In the house for a very long time. Never lost seats, like better like wine. Slow searching, found me online. Open up my reach.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the Rose Gold videocast. I have been playing a lot of Deep Rock Galactic lately and I just can't get past how delicious some of those minerals and resources look in the game. And come on, we have all been there where we've seen something, whether it's in a cartoon or a video game or just any form of media, and you thought to yourself, yeah, that looks tasty. I was actually having a conversation while playing the game with one of my good friends about which mineral or resource do you think would taste the best? So that is exactly what we are going to be doing today on the channel. We are going to be ranking all of the minerals, resources, whatever, based on how, tasty they would be if you were to eat them. And yes, oh my god, I'm well aware these are rocks. It's not gonna feel good in your mouth to crunch on them. I get it. We're gonna pretend it's just rock candy, all right? We're gonna go in with the same, just how they look, how I think they would taste, and just pretend that they were rock candy, actual edible things. Let's go through the tiers themselves first because, you gotta rename them to something fun and different. Up at the S tier, we have I'm addicted and I can't get enough, to quote the Black Eyed Peas. This is like the best of the best. I'm addicted to these bad boys. I'm gonna go feral for them. I just need to have more. Look at my cat down there. She is glowing. Anyways, down in the A tier, we have salivating at the thought. I'm just drooling, all right? Before I've even had a taste of this bad boy, I'm just drooling at the thought of it. It's not quite the I'm addicted to it tier, but it's a little step below. I'm salivating at the thought of it. I want to be eating that thing. Going down into the B tier, the middle of the road tier placements will be placed inside of the fun to play with and to eat. They look fun. You want to, crinkle them around. You make that oh so satisfying ASMR noise. You know the noise, but they're okay to eat. They're not bad, but they're also just not great. You feel me? Middle of the road. It's plain as day. Explains itself. Down in the C tier, we have only thing left in the pantry. This is the row that's really for the special ones, that if you opened up your pantry middle of the night when a midnight snack and it's the only thing we have in there for like a dessert. It's that one. It's that one. You're not gonna eat your bran flakes. You're not gonna eat your Cheerios without the honey nut on there. No, it's just, you're gonna have that rock. And that's what you're gonna have to live with. Still going to eat it though, not gonna really enjoy it as much, but it's the last option. Unlike our bottom tier, bold and brash, more like belongs in the trash. This is the special placement spot for those rocks that I just look at and I think, God, I never want to put you in my mouth. I truly don't have many that I'm gonna be placing down here, but I have for sure one, maybe two. We'll see. First up on the list, we have the Quark. This is a special guy because it's a big chunk and it glows a nice bright blue. It looks incredible. Only available on select missions as well. A very specific mission type. I love how the Quark looks in game. It looks so nice. The blue looks incredible. It's a little interesting though because of the chunk itself. It's not little bite-sized pieces like the little ones you can knock off the wall and put into Molly. No, this is the big chunk that you're gonna throw into Molly. Somehow, some way it all fits in there. Who knows? But you cannot deny that the Quark looks so good and you just want to eat it. You just want to take a big bite out of it. Shoot, dog. I think for the Quark, I think we just start off strong. We're starting this list off strong, ladies and gentlemen. This one is going up in the S tier. It's going up into the tier that I'm addicted to this bad boy. Like, I don't even want to necessarily take a bite out of it. I want to put it in my mouth and suck the flavor off. I said what I said and I mean it. No going back from there. Quark goes into the S tier. Up next, we've got Bismore. I'm gonna gag at the thought of just having Bismore in my mouth. Doesn't look very good. It's not very appealing to the eye. I mean, it's a cube. It's a yellow cube, kind of a yellow. I don't even know. It's an off yellow cube with little like spikes or spines coming off of it. It doesn't scream at me like it's the worst thing ever created, but it's not great. I really want to put it down in bold and brash. It belongs in the trash. Down at the bottom D tier. Shoot, dude. I don't know. I think I'll put it in only thing left in the pantry. And the only reason is I think if you shrunk it down to like a little bite size or something, it could make for a good like crunchy candy. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be the worst. It'd be one of those like bunch of crunches like from the Crunch Bar. Also, actually, wait. It reminds me of the Nerds gummy clusters a little bit. So if that's the case, and if that's kind of what we're looking at here, I would put it in only thing left in the pantry. I love the gummy clusters. Those are S tier for sure. But when it comes to this guy, like a rock candy kind of thing, I think this is a good spot for it. Also, if I'm being honest, the yellow kind of turns me off a little bit with the red spines coming off. It's just not something I would personally like to eat, and I don't think it would taste very good. Next up, we've got the bitter gem. I should have like moved these around a little bit because you can't have two bangers in the top 3. Guys, it's going up. It's going up to the top tier. It has to. This image definitely does not do it justice, by the way. I like how the Quark has a little bit of a glow to it. The bitter gem also glows, and it's a beautiful purple color. And I love purple. I am a sucker for the color purple. It looks incredible. Truly, another one of those gems I would just put in my mouth and just like suck all of that flavor off. I'm done. No more of that statement. Oh, another one. Are you joking? Yeah, that's right. We got the compressed gold up next, everybody. This one is a little controversial, all right? Obviously, the compressed gold is awesome. It's the meme. If you've played the game, you gotta ping it. You gotta ping it and let everybody know that we're rich, okay? We all get it. We all understand. But how tasty does it actually look? That's the problem here. Because if I'm being honest, it doesn't look very tasty. It looks like a solid rock, almost like the Bismore. The Bismore is solid. There's nothing opaque about it, all right? No transparency whatsoever. Unlike the Quark and the bitter gem, they have a glow to it, but they also like you get a little bit see-through, which makes it look extra tasty. The compressed gold, not at all. It almost looks like a big chunk of chocolate wrapped up in gold, like a little gold tinfoil. So, but it's not. It's a rock. With all of that being the case, obviously, yes, with the meme itself, I would put it up in S tier for just in terms of just things to do in the game. Meme edition. But for flavor, it's not very Flavor Town, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I'd want to bite into this thing. It doesn't look super flavorful, if that makes sense. I think with the compressed gold, I'm going to put it at fun to play with and aight to eat. I think it's not bad, but it's also not very good. It's not great. It's right there in the middle. I think that's a fair placement for it. God, we have to talk about Crappa next. Crappa, I don't like Crappa, all right? I like most resources and minerals in this game. Crappa sucks. However, I need to be unbiased. I'm not going off of just how I feel about the mineral itself. I need to go based off of how edible it looks. How tasty and divine does it seem to be? And I can safely say, it belongs in the trash. I don't want my mouth and taste buds anywhere near Crappa. I almost put Bismore down here too, but Bismore looks more appetizing than Crappa. Crappa looks fucking gross, dog. I want nothing to do with Crappa. That's gonna shred your mouth. It's gonna shred your taste buds. It's gonna make you just vomit and spew everywhere. No thanks, I'm good, dog. I mean, that's the most fair, unbiased opinion I have on this list. Ooh, let's talk about some Dystrum. Dystrum looks very nice. It's a good rock. It's not the shiniest of rocks. It reminds me a lot of Morkite. Morkite, here, let's do these back to back. Morkite and Dystrum are very similar in terms of like how they look, how they show up in the environment. The only difference is Dystrum is a lot more dull compared to Morkite. Morkite's very shiny. And most of the time, and even in this situation, I'm going to tell you right now, I think Morkite is better than Dystrum in terms of look. But I'm not knocking Dystrum like a lot here. Dystrum looks delicious. And it's different than the gold situation that I'm going to talk about the gold itself on the walls in a second. Dystrum is dull, but it looks delicious. Morkite is the shiny version of Dystrum. Looks delicious. Gold though, gold in the wall itself, it's shiny. Obviously gold is shiny, but like it looks too solid. It looks too hard and difficult to eat. If that makes any sense, guys. I'm talking about literally on here talking about rocks and them complaining that they look hard. Like that doesn't make any sense. But here we are. With Dystrum, I have to put it at salivating. I just have to. And a big reason for this too is the way it sounds when you break it. Oh, it is such a crisp hit with your pickaxe and it sounds so nice. And truly it's the exact same with Morkite. The sound it makes when you hit it, it just sounds so satisfying and it looks really nice. In my opinion, it looks even better than Dystrum, like edibility. I don't know if that's a word. Being edible looks a little tastier to me, but not by much. Dystrum is a very close second behind Morkite. Enor Pearl being on this list is kind of funny because it doesn't really fit in with the other ones. It's the same property as the compressed gold or a quark or anything like that. It's in a wall. You have to break through the wall to find it, and it's a big chunk. It's a big ball. Doesn't look very tasty to me at all, actually, but I want to put it. It's not on the Crappa level. Crappa is just, that's horrid. Enor Pearl, it just doesn't look very appetizing. I would eat it. I'm gonna put Enor Pearl below Bismore on the list of only thing left in the pantry. If I open the pantry and I saw both of these items in there, I'm taking the Bismore. I'm sorry. Enor Pearl, it's just not happening. It doesn't look like it'd satisfy my craving. Regular gold, not talking about compressed gold, just the regular gold that just forms within the walls. The thing that all the new players go grab and the seasoned veterans don't want any part of. Once again, it's the same situation as compressed gold, where it looks like chocolate wrapped up in foil. In terms of rockability, it doesn't have that rock factor. Compressed gold has a little bit more of an edge to it because compressed gold has a glow to it. It has a nice yellow goldish hue that it emits around its shell. The regular gold itself does not do that. It doesn't have any pizzazz. It's shiny, but where to place gold? I'm not gonna place it up here with the compressed version of itself. No, I would much rather take the compressed version of itself over the wall version. The question is, where does it fall on the only thing left in the pantry tier? If I saw all three of these items in the pantry, truth be told, I think I'd put it right there. I think I'd still rather eat the Bismore over the gold, over the Enor Pearl. Once again, Enor Pearl it looks like I could just like feel it in my mouth, but also it looks bland. I guess I didn't add that in my other statement about the Pearl earlier. It just looks bland. It's gray, it's flat, looking, tasting wise. It's not my cup of tea. It's not my resource down in the cave. Oh man, all right, Holomite is up next, and this one is very interesting. I really like to find Holomite within the game itself because it's like unique, it's cool, you don't see it very often, but it does not look tasty. It really doesn't. It's a very dark color. Hey, you know what? It could be like almost like a black licorice, but with all the little spikes coming off all over it, it's just not, it doesn't scream, yeah, dude, I'm gonna make you drool. I'm gonna make you salivate at the mouth. It doesn't even make me scream, I want this in my pantry. It wouldn't be in the pantry in the first place. So, for that reason, it's going to go in the trash. I like this mineral. It's cool. It's unique. It's rare. You find it not all the time at all, but it does belong in the trash. That is for sure. That is for sure. It's making me stutter like crazy right now, trying to explain how much I just don't want to eat this. I placed it here. Oh, I don't want it. I don't want it there, actually. It's going above Crappa. Oh, Jadis looks So good, and I'm gonna put it up there. You already know where I'm putting this bad boy. Guys, I'm addicted and I can't get enough. Jadis is so delicious, and I know that for a fact, by the way. I'm not even just making that up. Jadis is the green version of the bitter gem, which is also the purple version of the quark. We get it. We understand. But the glow that it emits, that green is a beautiful color. I love green in general. God, it's so good. Oh man, it is so good. I do really quick need to organize the top tier though. I will say bitter gem. Oh, bitter gem looks tastier. That purple glow just does something to me every time I see it. It looks so tasty. I would pay a lot of money to taste a bitter gem. Then I'm gonna put a quark. I do think, while I like the green of the Jadis, I love how it looks. That blue just looks really nice. The quark itself looks really, really good. I think this is a good spot for all three of these up here. And that, oh, they're so tasty. I would make a whole cereal. I would make a whole salad out of these. I would sprinkle these all over a nice burger, if you know what I'm talking about. God, add a little bit of crunch to it. Woo! Shoot, dog, that would be tasty. Next up, we have Magnite. Yeah, it's kind of falls on the same territory as Holomite a little bit. I think it looks better than the Holomite. It's the red and black version of the purple version. You know how it goes. But still, it's just like a dark color. There's no transparency to it. It looks so solid, and it doesn't look like it'd be a satisfying crunch. Pretty much anything on the list in the game that has some kind of translucence to it looks like it would crunch or crack real nicely. Basically, all these on the bottom here wouldn't do that, and that includes the newly addition to this tier list, the Magnite. All right, moving on to Nitra. Nitra looks like it'd be pretty darn tasty. Another one of those minerals that has like a nice sound to it. Not nearly as good as Morkite and Dystrum. Absolutely not. But it looks like it'd be pretty good. Do I want to bite into Nitra though? Weirdly enough, not really, if I'm being totally honest. There's going to be some controversy for where I'm about to place Nitra on the list. But, ooh. Oh, there it goes. Now it's in the correct spot. I think it's very fun to play with, but I don't think it's the best to eat, but it's not the worst. I think it's very middle ground. And hear me out. Because I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, it's just like Morkite. Oh, it's just like Dystrum. Brother, go hit all three of those. Go hit all three of them with a pickaxe. Nitra ain't going to sound the same. All right? Dystrum sounds so nice to hit. Morkite sounds so nice to hit. They both look really, really good at the same time. Nitra, it sounds good, but it's not on that same level. It is not on that same level. So I am also taking that into consideration. Nitra looks tasty. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. It is in the middle ground. It is right there in the middle tier. But still, taking a crunch out of like something like that versus Dystrum, I feel like Dystrum's gonna taste a little bit better. A little like blueberry flavor in there. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Phasianite, baby. Phasianite. It's gotta go up here. It has to. It just has to. It does have spikes on it. Spikes are a little scary, but at least the spikes look tasty themselves. It's almost like you'd have the Phasianite itself, and then the spikes coming off of it, however it might be. And you can almost just like bite the spikes off. And then once the spikes are gone, just go to town on the core. Just go to town on that core. It's almost like a corn dog when you kind of peel away the skin, the crust, the battered part, and then you're left with the wiener on a stick. You had the good part before with all the batter, and now it's a second meal. You got the second course right in front of you. You got a big old wiener on a stick right in front of you. Anyways, those are my thoughts on Phasianite. It's a corn dog, okay? That color looks amazing. It has like that little bit of a glow to it for sure. Nothing like super emitting, but it just looks bright. It's a bright ore, so it looks so good in the dark caves. I just want to put that thing in my mouth, you know what I'm saying? Red sugar up next. I want to taste red sugar very badly. Not only does it just look nice, but also the name, red sugar. Oh, who doesn't want some red sugar? It's got a little bit of a glow to it in the dark. You can see it from a mile away, obviously, so you can see it, so you can go get it when you're low on health. But also just screams a nice cherry flavor. And I'm a lover of like Dr. Pepper, some Pib Extra, cherry Coke, anything of that nature. Ooh, I love it. And red sugar does scream that kind of flavor, at least in the ballpark. It just looks like it'd have a really nice crunch to it, especially in the game when you do hit it. It's a one hit. Always so good for those one-hit satisfactions. It is a nice rock, and I would be damned to put it any lower. It is very deserving of the salivation tier. Tyrant Shard, it's kind of funny that Tyrant Shard is even on this list, but I guess it counts. It looks nice. It looks like almost reminds me of a warhead, if you would. And maybe I'm just saying that because it does come from the Tyrant Weed boss, but besides that, unbiased, of course, unbiased all the time, it looks pretty good. It looks like it'd have some nice flavor to it, even though it looks a bit sour. But I do really like that glow. I like the glow, and I even like that unique look to it. With all of that, I like the uniqueness of it. It's different than just kind of everything else on the list. I think I'm gonna put it up in salivating. I feel like I didn't talk it up enough just now and like get excited like the other ones did, but I really do think it belongs up on this tier. Not only up on this tier, I think it leads this tier. That color is so nice. It doesn't have too much of a glow. It's almost similar to the red sugar, you know, but I really like the color green. I think it would have a really nice crunch to it as well, on top of some sourness to it, if it were in candy edible form. I think it's very deserving of the spot, especially above the other three on this row. And last but not least, we have Umanite. I love Umanite, dude. Once again, you can't go wrong with the green. You can't go wrong with the green in this game. Unless you're Crappa, but that's a weird color green. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about this beautiful green right here. This nice emerald look to it. It does not give off a kind of glow like Phasionite does, for example. But man, if there's a rock candy in this game, yeah, red sugar for sure, but like Umanite, dog. Umanite looks like it just belongs on one of those sticks, and you just take a nice big crunchy bite out of that thing. Umanite deserves a spot on the I'm addicted and I can't get enough tier list. I know, crazy. Look at all the ones I put up there, but be honest with yourself, guys. Look at them. They look so tasty. They look delicious. How you can't tell me you wouldn't eat these. Okay? There's a lot of things in this game that deserve a spot up here, and they're all there. All right, all 5 of them are there. I will add though, Umanite does deserve the bottom of that row. Hey, don't knock it though. Don't knock it till you try it. I'm still waiting to try it, so I guess that also applies to me. I actually am very satisfied with the list that I made today. This might be the first list ever that I don't really have a change to make right here, right now. I probably will in like a week to some degree move something along, but I'm very happy with this. I guess you could put me up in the A tier because I'm salivating at the sight of this tier list. Anyways, these are my thoughts. Please let me know down in the comments what you think of all the resources and minerals in the game. You definitely do not have to tell me your own personal rankings for all of these down in the comments, although I would love it if you would like to leave a list of how you would rank them. Please do down below, but please at least tell me what your top gem would be to take a nice bite out of. What do you think would be the tastiest? And hey, while you're at it, tell me the one that just screams disgusting to you. The one that just sounds so unappetizing that you would just vomit on the spot. And as always, I really do appreciate a like down below. Consider subscribing if you would like to see more of my content in general. It really helps me out, guys. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We're getting there, and I'm very pleased with all the support that I'm getting from all of you. But again, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it, and I will see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.